Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm answering a question that was put out to the community by Jason at Blue Ox Model Shop. Let me just check. Yeah, I keep saying Blue Ox Model Works for some reason. Anyway, I'm sure Jason won't mind. It was, as hopefully I'll put in the description, how does modelling help your mental health? Well, it's no surprise that it took a while. I saw Mark Batson's video at Hobby Do 007 and then obviously trailed it back to Jason who asked the original question. It's no surprise that Kev's got an answer, or his own personal answer. I know, before everybody starts rolling their eyes, not another, you're talking about your head problems again, Gav. Stop going on, we understand. Yeah, I know you do. Thank you very much for understanding. It's not so much that, is I always say, I talk about it not, I suppose it does help me, of course it does, but once I have been diagnosed with like, obviously serious head problems and stuff, although I should have got the hint really myself, but you never do. I just don't want, if I can stop one person going down the same road I've gone down and broken type of stuff, broken mentally, it's one person that doesn't have to, deal with this for, well, they'll probably still be dealing with it, but not as in the state that I am, and my poor wife has to deal with me. But this isn't one of the Gav's TV videos, by the way. If you're thinking you're going to tune into one of them, you're locked out. But yeah, it was a really decent question, and I thought the way Mark Batson had put it over as well was, as he usually does. He's got that way, hasn't he, of talking that can hit the nail on the head. And it was watching Mark's video while I was doing some scratch building to the bonnet. Yes, I'm calling it a bonnet. I know most of my Maras are American car builders, but it's still a bonnet to me. But I was scratch building, like the extra supporting pieces and sound deadening material and that. Hopefully that'll all be, I was thinking of splodging it over like I've seen some of the bonnets lifted up on the Shelby GT500s. So yeah, it was doing that, and as Mark was talking, and I've gone off and seen Jason's afterwards, but it was doing that I thought, yeah, you're doing. Mark was explaining how it can, take you to better places, after whatever type of mental health, either problems, crises, whatever you've got, going on with you, because it could be physical health problems that then lead to mental health problems. It can be, I've got PTSD. I was a soldier, but it isn't from my military service. So really, really bad, horrendous things happened to me as a kid. That's, I think, all we need to go into, because you can draw your own conclusions. A few of the guys know about it, but there's no point. I'm not going to go into that much detail. I don't think we really need to hear that. But it's not being able to say anything from a kid up till I was in my 40s. It's like a kryptonite box, and eventually that kryptonite box explodes, and it did with me. I can't work now because I keep breaking down. I don't mean in floods of tears particularly or anything, but I get 1,000-yard stares, memory loss, all that type of stuff. So I'm at my bench all the time. I make a few quid selling painted soldiers, because that was also my hobby for a long time, as well as making models. Like most people, I've dropped off the modelling side of it, but I always carried on painting figures, mainly wargaming figures, and then that developed into painting larger scale figures and busts and stuff. And then a bloke who's become a good Mara of mine, Tom, Mr. Rambler 69, I started watching his car videos, and I just fell in love with hot rods and customs. After all the years, the only vehicles I ever used to enjoy were pickups and Land Rovers, because I always had Land Rovers, I always had pickup trucks, British ones. But yeah, I fell in love with rods and customs. I don't know where that came from. Probably just Tom's really decent work. And then since then it's grown, to other people's car builds as well. But this isn't just for my car building Maras out there. Again, I'll say it in case someone just stumbles over this. When you hear Gav saying Mara, or some of the nice people that put comments down, it's just become a thing of the channel. It's what my regiment used to, a lot of us in my regiment used to call as Mara's mate. It just means mate, buddy, whatever. And it just always stuck with me. In fact, a good Mara that has been helping me with my head problems found me after 30 odd years. After that, if you go back, I've done a Northern Ireland video where I've finally got my medal, and that's a real car crash if you want to see Gav crying. And the smudgery found me after that, and we're going to have another chat Monday night, and he's been a great help as well. But all that aside, if you've navigated this far, because I'm going all over the shop, and that's mental health for you. I tend to say things that come into my head because I don't. Jason was saying he doesn't focus sometimes. I have trouble focusing most of the time. But I can't tell you how much modelling and figure painting, or figure painting and modelling, helped me. I know a lot of the guys that I follow are just full-on car modelers. A lot of the guys that I follow aren't. But obviously this has been going around the car community. And I get some Maras that accept me for my head problems. They accept me that I'm only a noob car modeller. You know, I'm a bum from my elbow, let's put it kindly. And there are other people that, you know, figure painters, you make car models, I don't want to know you. You know what I mean? It can be clicky. But I've found a lot of people out there that are accepting of me, of my head problems, and me, you know, not knowing a great deal about cars but enjoying them, and that's the same as some of the figure painters. They don't care I make car models; they'll still turn up to watch a figure painting video, and I really appreciate that. And military modelers as well, you know, because I also do military modelling. But it really does focus. All right then, maybe not focus, because as you know, one of the problems I've had, or I've found since coming back into modelling, is I struggle with instructions. Not through dyslexia or anything like that, just purely head problems. For some reason I can't follow instructions properly. I can read them and all the rest of it, and no matter how many I circle the things, I put boxes around everything, and I'll still stuff the things up. And I've just had to come to accept that now as my part of my modelling is my head will give me hurdles that I've got to try and jump over, and sometimes you land on your face, and you've just got to accept that. So if you see me, you know, sometimes I get comments, I get troll comments, and you don't see me in them because they just get blown out the airlock. By the way, I've just thought, I'm looking back there, the Ukrainian flag doesn't fly today because this is about mental health, and other people talking about mental health, and I don't want to put my support for that type of thing up while I'm doing this type of video. That's why the yellow and blue isn't flying at the moment. But I have trouble, kept on track, Gav, see. I have trouble following instructions, so that usually trips me up at some point, or a lot of points through the build. The car ones aren't so bad for me, I think, basically because the instructions there aren't so much of them, especially as I build. Well, I build as if I build loads, but you know, I have the older kits a lot of the time. You know, it's not like some of these modern ICM military kits that I love them, but I'm just drowning in things getting wrong, and that's what I was trying to say, wasn't it? So I'll sometimes have a moan over I haven't been able to do this and all that, and I feel all downhearted, and that's the only bit of modelling that can bring me down. I stuff up just purely through reading instructions wrong a lot of the times, and if it goes into a point where I can't repair it, I get all down. And you get a lot of the lads say, you should build through it and do this and do that. Sometimes if you've got things like this, you can't. I'm going to think like this because it's somewhere in there. You can't. You just got to. I've just accepted it now. And as I say to any guys, if you see a cut, I often build, like a lot of modelers have a lot of shelf queens out there, but I'll do a lot of builds and they'll get halfway and they stop, or they'll get halfway and they'll go on the back burner for about 2 months, and then suddenly they flare up again. Really, and it's the same with figure painting. I've got figures all over the shop, part painted with little dust covers on them, waiting to get some love again. But it's at this bench that it's not so dark in here. It's you know, my head problems, I've said it a million times before, it could take me down a serious road that there is no comeback, you know, turn around from. And again, I'm only saying it because if there's somebody out there that's listening and is at their bench modelling, just, yes, the model making will take a lot of the pain away and a lot of the, give you a direction to follow, but at the same time, please talk to somebody. It can hit you in the face like that, and you know, I wouldn't want that to happen to you. But my modelling has literally saved me, and my figure painting. I call it all in one, but it's because it's a car modelling side of it. I'm trying to stick to just saying modelling, but figure painting's been with me through my whole life, and I can figure paint more than I can model, in the sense of, I don't know what it's, whether it's because it's in a written format, I've no idea, because I collect military books and hot rod books. I've got hot rod books now on the side here. I can enjoy them, read them, whatever. But yeah, just trying to do instructions, I can't. Where I can pick a paintbrush up on my wet palette there, boom, 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 paints, and I just go for it. You know, it's I mean, again, head problems, memory loss. When I'm actually trying to do uniforms, I've got, I won't say thousands, but I must have hundreds of different uniform books of different descriptions, different eras and periods of time. And again, sorry, I'll go. This is just it. I just thought, I saw that and I said I'd put a video up because it's easier to say it than it is to tap it all out. But it really is a light in a dark place, my modelling. I'm at my bench. I can't always stop the thoughts coming into my head, and I can't always stop. I say it's, you know, it's like a military 1,000-yard stare. I can be sticking bits together 1 minute, and for half an hour I'm looking at the wall without ever realising it. It's just how it is. You know, never thought I'd be in this situation, but I am. It's probably a lot of other people are too. But yeah, it's golden time at my bench, and I'm to be honest with you, I'm here 8-10 hours a day between, and I'll be mixing it up. I'll say, right, this morning I want to do a bit of painting on a model car, because I have to get all my airbrush out of this cupboard behind me as a big, really useful box, and that's where my compressor and everything in has to get locked or get out. So that has to have a bit of a thought gone into it. But I'll say, right, I'm doing some priming today on the figures, priming today on model pieces. So, well, the morning, afternoon, I'm figure painting. Tonight I'm doing where is it? Somewhere under here. Yeah, I've even gone into stripping down die-cast cars, and boy, did that take some time. Re-squaring up these doors and everything. You won't believe that's concentration. I must have put about 8 hours into getting these doors square on this little Beetle. Anyway, yeah, that's another rabbit hole I've gone down. But it's brilliant time at the bench. It's odd. The lady that used to treat my head used to say it's my safe space, and it is. I used to work my two pups. We lost Barkley, who the flowers are up there for. Two working Cocker Spaniels, Barkley and Archie. Well, we lost Barkley 5.5 years ago, and Archie's fighting with us at the moment to still be with us, but he's got dementia, and he's 13, and he's got his legs keep giving way, and we're picking him up off the floor more than he can walk around. But the vet says we're doing all right, and that's good enough for me. But yeah, that was my other hobby. I used to work gun dogs for other people. That we call it beating over here in the shoots, and I used to work the pups. But apart from that, everything's scale modelling and figure painting. It's also the people that you meet through the hobby, and I've met some cracking people through this. People that I know with channels, people without channels, but are fellow YouTubers. You get some, I'm not going to swear on the channel, you get some offal in life that'll, put some comments down. Well, as I say, they just get blown out the airlock. So, but it's weird that it don't bother me. You'd think with all my head problems that would bother me, and it doesn't. I always say you can't get any worse in my head than I already am. So they just get blown out the air a lot. But I've met some brilliant people on here. Some have come and gone, others have stayed around, but they've been nothing but supportive. They don't shut the gate on me because I've got problems. Yes, some of my videos, I go on about it from time to time, but it is purely, as I say, yes, it helps me, but it's more, hopefully I'm helping somebody else. Anybody that just happens to drift by my videos and hears somebody say they've got head problems and they don't mind saying it in front of millions of people. Oh, who am I kidding? Millions of people on my channel, 3 or 4. But it's I would say it's meeting, it's being part of a group of people that enjoy what they do. And on the car modelling side of it, because this was a question from the car modelling side, I've met such welcoming people. My thing, whether I got it from old Tom or whatever, I don't know. Be careful what you catch from old Tom. I like, particularly, rods and customs that were from the 30s, 40s, 50s, and whether they're modern customs, like you see them at the SEMA shows and stuff. They've taken a 1950 odd Ford pickup truck and they've completely redone it. Or I like I love the 50s car culture particularly, but I love early lowriders as well. When I look at lowrider videos, I like the early stuff, the early pickups and that. Oh, fantastic colours! But yeah, pickups and cars from the all the 50s vibe in them. But I love up to the 60s. I'm doing obviously a GT500 now. I just happen to just like the look of it, and it came at a good price, which is always handy. But I particularly like rods and customs, and even though I don't build a lot, I will build more. I even thought of opening up a separate channel for those people that are sick and tired of seeing car models going up on the channel when they want something else. And I think, nah, stuff it. It's me. It's Gavin Booth. This is what I do. I understand the car modelers not being into figures, or some of them, and figure people not into cars. Get it? Absolutely. As I've always said, this channel of mine is pick and choose what you like. Or it's pick and mix sweets, as we say over here. Pick out the ones you like and reject the ones you don't. But it's definitely the people. I've just said it on Paul from Left Coast Models Customs. Sorry, Paul, I get that one mixed up all the time as well. Can I blame that on head problems? Probably not, but I'm going to. Yeah, what were we saying that for, Gav? No. No, it's gone. That's gone as well. Oh. But that was it. I was going to say it's like a club. It's like a giant club of people, and I found that the car guys really welcoming. Yeah, you get some of the guys. They probably look at, if I've subbed to them, they'll come and look over and say, "Well, I'm not interested in Napoleonic figures. I'm not interested in World War II Tiger tanks, modern Royal Navy warships." That's fine, but you do get some of the other guys that either will stop by and say hello on those type of videos, or you get guys that just want to follow the car side of it, and I get it. As I say, there's so many videos out there. You can't waste your time watching a Napoleonic figure video if you're into 1950s customs, So, but people have been really welcoming. I've not found that there's been a door shut in my face because, I'm either, this bloke who talks about his head problems, or he, paints figures. I've found some really welcoming people, and I just enjoy the whole vibe of the community. You get some idiots from time to time, but there ain't many. Most people are here because they enjoy what they do and they want to share it with other people. And you get some people that are in it for a business, and I've got no problem with that either. But the majority of people, it's just, this is what I've built, or this is the type of car I like, or opening it out to a wider audience, figures, military modelling, whatever it is you say floats your boat, because Gav likes little 1 in 700 warships as well, which will be an update on HMS Bristol coming up in the next few days. But yeah, I've rambled all around the shops with this one, haven't I? But it wouldn't be one of Gav's videos if I didn't. I just saw, as I say, Mark's. He was going into a lot deeper on how it can help your cognitive stuff, but everyone will have their own take on it. Me, I'm saying it from the coalface. You know, it's from somebody who's in real serious problems. Problems don't go away, but that styrene makes it just that bit easier, and the people I meet through it make it just that bit easier. So that's what I wanted to say. That's my rambling answer. I do rambles as well. My rambling answer to Jason's question. Jason, thank you very much for sticking that up. I'll put a link to Jason's channel in the description. I will be having a second, I can't remember, I'm on a roll here. I'll be sticking in, well, I don't know if it'll be stuck up tomorrow, but I'll be filming the video tomorrow. And Paul from Left Coast Model Customs, it'll be right in the description, believe me. He'd got one up saying, you know, is the hobby, you know, something like, is the hobby to get boring because it's a business and all this stuff. Not business. I can't remember now, but you'll understand it. It's in the description. But I'll put a link to Paul's channel as well. Go and check that one out. Maybe you want to put a video up. He wasn't necessarily saying it's a community question as such, whether he just wanted it written down. I don't know, but sometimes it's easier to waffle. Truthfully waffle, but waffle, ramble, whatever you want to say. So yeah, to all the guys and gals out there that have made this community what it is, I thank you, because there's a lot of us out there that do struggle, and it's been included, and nobody judging. That what makes it is more special. I've enjoyed every minute of it, really. And as I say, a lot of my projects don't go nowhere, or they go straight to the bin. But I enjoy being part of it, and I enjoy progressing and learning bit by bit. So thank you very much, one and all. And if you have got to the end of this video, well done. I'm afraid there are no prizes, but if you do know somebody that you think is suffering from mental health problems or even physical problems, because they can often be the same drivers, if you do know somebody, I know it's not always easy to, like, hey, starter kit, build, but try and get somebody interested in this model building, figure painting, because it can do a lot to keep them in a decent place in their head, and give them maybe opportunities to just like join a community like we are, and be as involved or not as involved as they want to be. And you might just be saving somebody's life. So thank you very much. Look after yourselves. There's a whole host of videos coming. As I say, with my wife working from home now, it really is I have to put videos in. We have a really poor internet service, and her work in usage sucks up either from one or the other, and she has to work. So I have to surrender my time on the internet. And with Arch being the way he is, he's crashing and banging all over the shop, panting away, and you know, I just have to pick times when I can do a video. So thanks for sticking with it. There will plenty of more videos, as I say. Question to Paul's video will be filmed tomorrow. I may have an update on this GT500 Shelby GT500. Probably have a die cast on the little Beetle, but not for towards the end of the week. We've got some figure painting coming up as well. We've got some Bavarians 28mm coming up. I've built a little 15mm Tiger tank ready for paint, but I might show that off with a couple of other 15mm half tracks I bought in this week. There's lots going on. So, oh, and I've got, oh, where is it? Oh, it is here. There we go. I picked this up for a bargain on eBay about a month ago. I couldn't resist, and I'll do an unboxing of that. I mean, I know it's been around a while, but it's new to me. So yeah, we've got that coming up as well. So take care of yourselves, and we'll catch each other soon on another video.